Hello, it's 8:30. Welcome to the weather update, November 18, 2021. And yeah, kind of a very warm day across Long Island and a downright warm day over New Jersey. This afternoon, I mean, it was really warm walking around Mineola. Definitely didn't need a jacket at all. Still some nice color out there in the trees around Mineola. But let's go and take a look at what we got going on right now. This is the satellite, and you can see here is the cold front approaching. Rain will be moving into the region shortly. Looking here at the Modus satellite, you can clearly see it. Here's your fronts right here, so it's actually very clearly visible here. Here's the warm front that we dealt with yesterday that didn't bring much except clouds. Your low pressure center, which is going way up into Canada, somewhere up here, and your cold front, which is here. All right. So this is all moving through. We got our cold front here coming into the area, and that will bring some showers. Probably nothing severe, but you can clearly see the players here. It's kind of clearly visible here on a satellite. You don't always see it that clearly, but we are seeing it pretty clearly here. So let's go to our current temperatures right now, and we will go and look and see what we got going on, because it's ridiculously warm today. I'm going to have to see if any records were broken today. Let's see. I don't think any records were broken today. We'll see. I don't see any records mentioned being broken. We will go ahead and see and verify that, though, as well. Oh, special marine warning here. So we'll get to that in a moment. Let's see if any records were set on the Mount Holly office. There's no mention of the Mount Holly. They are bringing up cold air damming, which happened in some of the valleys, but other than that, nothing about records, but we'll check on that in a moment here. Let's go back to our current conditions. And you can see temperatures, Carl Place, 60 degrees, Farmingdale, 61. This is at 8 o'clock at night. Dew point 54, very mild out there, even on the South Shore, reading a 60 in Massapequa. So, now, I'll tell you, it wasn't that much cooler on the South Shore. Look, Long Beach, 61 with a dew point of 55. At least notice the wind gust is 26 miles an hour. But it's a warm wind. It's a southwesterly wind, and that's what's keeping it. What did feel cooler on the South Shore earlier on, but I'm thinking we're starting to see that wind become more westerly, and that's probably going to get rid of the differences there. Gabreski Airport, 61, even in West Hampton with dew point 57. Looking as we go into the city, still 66 at LaGuardia, 65 at Central Park, 59 at JFK. In northern Jersey, we're in the mid-60s. Let's see how it is further south. 63 in downtown Toms River. So, yeah, and it's damp, too. It's damp as well. We can look at some more observations here from on the ground. You can clearly see the colder air off to the northwest there. You can see temperatures are around 60 degrees, which is ridiculous for mid-November after 8 o'clock at night. That is absolutely insane to see. Definitely not normal at all whatsoever. If we throw the precipitation in here, no precipitation, but I noticed the ground was wet. I think there was some dew or frost this morning. So let's go to the radar next. I guess that's what we'll do next. So let's do the radar next. We'll look at this radar here. So you can see your cold front approaching here. Showers and maybe even some thunderstorms. I'll have to check the lightning detector. But it's all moving in now. It's starting to rain in northwestern New Jersey, and the rain will be moving into the city probably after 9 o'clock and to Long Island after 10 o'clock. Or maybe even a little sooner than that. Probably Nassau County, probably like 9:30, and then Suffolk, probably more like 10:30. But this is your cold front right here. Let's see if there's any lightning with this cold front. We're going to see if there is any. We have any thunderstorms, because if we have thunderstorms, then that could be an issue. I don't see any lightning with this, so these are just showers, basically. Even though we have the V is not quite over the front, so that's why we're not seeing the kind of wind shear that we saw that generated all that severe weather we had on Saturday. Now let's go and take a look at our highs and lows for the day. We'll go to the highs first, and this kind of tells the story here. I'm going to kind of keep it at a wide view. This tells the story quite well. You can see here, look at Long Island, mainly in the mid-60s, but look at Jersey. Low to mid 70s. I mean, it's so hot in Jersey. It really is so hot there. That's why I made that post. I'm like, yeah, I don't ever want to have to live there because I can't survive the heat. I don't do well in the heat. It's a hot place to live compared to Long Island. Not that the people that are trying to force people out of Long Island care about that, but that's why I have to fight to stay here and not be forced out like the others. But hey, I heard housing prices are coming down, so maybe this bubble's about to burst. A stock market crash and a burst housing bubble would be the best thing for Long Island. Yeah, it'll suck for a certain demographic, but it'll be great for all the rest of us. But anyway, high was 67 in Carl Place. It's a little cooler on the South Shore with a high of 62. 64 in Farmingdale, 64 in Islip for high, 63 in Shirley, 63 in Gabreski. But as you go into the city, it gets warmer. And you'll see here 70 at LaGuardia. So some areas did hit 70, but not. Well, we got into the upper 60s here on the island. Glen Cove was 69. It can get pretty warm over there. 69 in Central Park also. And then you start seeing more 70s on the map as you head toward Jersey. A pair of 72s at Staten Island. And then all New Jersey generally in the low 70s. I think these readings are a little off. I don't think it hit 76, but you can see very warm in Jersey. 70s. Look at Toms River here. I mean, 73 in downtown Toms River, 72 in Lakehurst, 73 in Fort Dix. That is because you had that southwest wind. For us, it was over the ocean, so we're getting a little bit of a sea breeze. But if you were in Jersey, it was warm. And that is almost 20 degrees above normal. Almost like I think I got to look at what the normal high is for like this area, but they're probably supposed to be in the mid-50s. So that's almost 20 degrees above normal for that area. And for us, we're about 10 to 15 degrees above normal, considering. So very warm. I don't think the lows were that impressive. We'll take a look at the lows and see what it got down to in the morning. 46, obviously, Carl Place, oddly enough. Other than that, everybody else was in the 50s. 57 at Islip wasn't all that cool. Even Gabreski Airport was 57. So I don't know how Carl Place got down to. I guess there was just a little bit of radiational cooling. You could see central to northern parts of Nassau County, lows were in the 40s. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if they had that effect in the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. They also had some radiational cooling there. So a low of 47 in Toms River, 46 in Lakehurst. So, yeah, what an extreme there. But, oh, man, I'll tell you, crazy weather. Now we're going to take a look and see if there were any records set today. I don't see any reports of any records, but let's just see if they have a climate. I don't think they have a climate tab here. We have climate information, but they don't have a climate. Oh, yeah, this is what I want. Okay, observed weather. All right, so let's do the daily climate report for Atlantic City Airport, right, as an example. So the high there was 72. Came within a degree of breaking the record. Normal high is 56. So, yeah, that's quite a departure above normal. 16 degrees above normal for Atlantic City. And we can also look at Trenton, New Jersey as well. They hit 70. Normal high is 54. So about 16 degrees above normal. That's quite above normal, but no records broken, I guess. No records broken. Let's see if Philadelphia broke their record. Philadelphia had 73. The record was 75. So they came within a few degrees of it. But they didn't really break the record. Let's go and take a look at this, by the way, is the radar here. You can see it's mostly just rain showers, no thunderstorms. Fortunately, right? Let's go take a look at some of the climate data for our region. We'll start with Central Park. So Central Park got up to 69. Record was 73. Didn't break that. But that was 16 degrees above normal. LaGuardia got up to 70. Record was 72. I don't think any records got broken, but we got close. We came close. That's yesterday for Islip. No, that's for today. Only 64 at Islip? Thought it was warmer than that at Islip. But 64 at Bridgeport. Newark, 72. Came within, so some sites in Jersey came close to breaking their record, but none of our sites came close to breaking the records on Long Island. So, yeah, very, very warm day today. Let's put the warmth behind us and let's get back into November because we have this cold front coming through. That's going to put an end to this warmth once and for all. So let's look at the latest GFS, the 18Z GFS run. And, Nothing really too much has changed from yesterday. See, cold air builds in tomorrow, northwest wind, the high sits over us. Hopefully, we can get a good amount of sunshine on Saturday, too, before that high moves offshore. We start getting that return flow. This allows for a cold front to come through on Monday and a coastal storm to form offshore. Now, this is the latest 18Z GFS. This is really weird. So it pushes the front offshore, and because of blocking, the low gets stuck over Maine. And I kind of explained this blocking pattern to you on yesterday's weather upside, but look what happens. It forms a coastal. Look at what the coastal does. Actually, no, this run, it doesn't back it up as much. But the other run, if we go to the 12Z run, it actually looped the coastal back. Is this the one? Yeah, look at that. Look at that run. And that's crazy. So there's some crazy blocking going on. But it may be enough to at least allow the storms to stay away from us. We'll have to see what happens. But nonetheless, it's going to bring in some very cold weather, strong northerly winds, and possibly some clouds and snow showers, perhaps, on the backside of that low. We may be seeing some flakes because, after all, next week is Thanksgiving. And I believe it's Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. It's usually the 25th. So, I'm mistaken. I'm dumb, all right? I'm dumb. I should know the date. I'm not going to look it up, all right? I should know the date. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. So let's take a closer look, and we'll look at the HRRR here. Actually, enough the 0Z running. We have enough. We have 24 hours of the 0Z, which is enough to work with this front. So here we go. Here comes the front tonight. Just some showers. It is popping something up, though, pretty strong over the city or in the middle of the night there. So that could be a pretty heavy shower, maybe even a thunderstorm. I can't rule out a thunderstorm with this front because it's a strong front. And we still kind of have that V shape there. But you can see how the V is kind of in the wrong spot. So the V shape is, it's almost like a lot of the precipitation is behind the actual front. This V is where actually marks the front. So that may be why. That might take some of the fuel away from the storms. But hey, you never know. You got to leave the door open. So I know SPC is not really putting anything out for us. I'll go to SPC, nothing. But again, it could be heavy, could be some showers, maybe a thunderstorm, probably nothing severe, but if you see lightning, you hear the thunder, don't be surprised. Then it moves offshore, and then we are moving into that strong northwest flow tomorrow that you see right here. And that's going to bring in the cold air again. If we look at the models here, if we look at the temperatures, I should say, you see the difference in temperature here. There you go. It drops. After, I would say, about 11 o'clock to midnight, temperature is going to start dropping rapidly. And by morning, we will be in the 30s. And tomorrow, we're only going to be going up into the mid-40s. And so you can see that difference. Look at that. That's a pretty sharp front. And again, look at the dew point change, too, as well. See, look at that dew point change here. Boom. Dry air comes in. Wind shifts. Northwest wind. And much more typical weather for November. Today was absolutely ridiculous. So once we get past that, we'll go flip this over to the GFS now. Actually, I want to let's go to the GFS first. GFS here. Here comes the cold air again. This is the dew points again. So you see the northwest winds. But we start seeing the winds go light and then shift to the south later Saturday afternoon. And then we see the southwesterly flow ahead of the next cold front again. A southerly flow here is Sunday. And yeah, it looks like it's trying to bring some warmth and humidity back into the picture again on Monday ahead of the next cold front. So, yeah, we could have another strong cold front passage from Monday, perhaps. Let's see the temperatures here. Yep. Not as warm as today, but we could see upper 50s on Monday, perhaps. Look at that. Look at how mild it is Monday morning. Wow, that's great. This could be a very strong cold front. Let me look at this on here. Do we have a V shape in the isobars? Yes, we have a V shape in the isobars. That's not good. All right, so we could have a severe weather event Monday, perhaps. You see that V there? We'll have to watch that because that's a strong cold front right there. We'll have to watch and see. Obviously, it's a number of days away. Once that front moves away, Monday is going to be could be a stormy day, and then Tuesday we cool off. Very strong blustery northwest winds, and could be some some instability showers, and maybe even some snow flurries on the back side of that low. I would expect plenty of clouds Wednesday and Thursday with that. So let's now go and look at the sky conditions as we head into tomorrow. I guess that'll be the next thing we will do. We'll also look at the temperatures too. So let's just go back to the temperatures here in the GFS. So you see mid-40s tomorrow. Tomorrow night going to be very cold. If the winds drop down, 20s Pine Barrens, probably lows around 30 everywhere else. And for Saturday, maybe a touch warmer, upper 40s, maybe some around 50 in New Jersey. And then for Sunday, it looks like it's going to get warmer. That's that warmer air comes into the picture. So I see Sunday night and Monday. And then by next Tuesday, we are down to the 40s again. And then look at that, 30s perhaps for Wednesday, and maybe only low 40s on Thursday. So yeah, plenty of cold weather coming our way. About time. But it seems like we just can't get rid of these freak warm-ups. It shouldn't be this warm. We shouldn't have to deal with weather like this until spring. But again, because of climate change, that's what you get. So looking at the cloud model here on the GFS, it's low resolution, but we should be mostly sunny tomorrow. See, it rolls the cirrus in for Saturday, but it may not be all that thick. Obviously, Sunday, plenty of clouds. Monday, plenty of clouds. Maybe we could clear it out on Tuesday, but I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of instability, cloudiness. And then we'll have to watch for Wednesday, perhaps, with some more cloud cover there, with that low sitting offshore there. We'll have to see exactly. It's like I said, it's a ways in the distance. And I guess we'll talk about that more in a day or two. We have more model information to work with. But right now, we don't really have a whole lot of models to work with this system. We'll talk about it a little more toward the end of this video. Let's go to the RGEM next with the skies. You can see there Saturday trying to roll some cirrus in. But here's tomorrow. We'll have to watch for the pop-up clouds again. Looks like it's trying to form some over the east end. But by midday, it's having mostly clear conditions. But we saw what happened on Monday. But this flow is a little more northwesterly, so maybe we'll see a little less of it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to watch. Obviously, Saturday, we're going to start off with sun, but then we'll see more cirrus later on. However, I still think we could have a good deal of sunshine. The cirrus won't get too thick and really start filtering the sun until later in the afternoon. And then, obviously, more clouds after that as we get into Sunday. So let's take a look at the NAM next with the sky cover. And see how this handles everything. So this is the NAM. NAM's a little more aggressive with the stratocumulus, but really not much. It does seem to want to develop some, but mainly north and west of Long Island. But we'll have to watch for that because, again, everything's warmer than it's supposed to be, and that we'll have to watch for that and see. I won't be surprised if we see some of it. Hopefully just not as bad as it was on Monday. Saturday, the NAM seems to keep the cirrus away until later in the day, so if you get up early in the morning, you should have plenty of nice blue sky. The cirrus wouldn't roll in until, like, say, noonish. Okay, so now let's go to the NAM 3, and I want to look at the NAM 3 with this front as well. So let me go to this here, this upcoming front we have. And this is the 18Z run that we're looking at here. So this is the front on the NAM. It's really not developing any severe weather. And we'll probably get... We'll look at the total accumulated precip, and this is the NAM, so it's the highest amount. A quarter of an inch if you're lucky, generally. I don't think it'll be that much rain tonight. Okay, so let's go back to our eastern U.S. view, and let's look at some other models here regarding next week. Let's go to the icon model, and I will go and put this back over here. So here's the icon model. There's that high building in, all right? High crests over us early Saturday morning, then starts moving offshore. And then this is the front here that comes through. I want to see what it does with this. All right, that's as much as we've got. You can see there's a coastal low developing here and a high that's building in. So it depends how far this all goes along. And again, we just don't have enough information. There's also the Canadian model, which we can look at, I guess the CMC. And again, it just seems to build a high in and kind of keep us in that northwest flow, but on the dry side of it, and it keeps that low well away from us. So this is the trend in the models right now. So we would just have windy, breezy conditions and cold temperatures, but no coastal storm if this were to verify. So we'll have to see what happens, but it's a little early in the game to just write it off right now. You know, I think it's a little early in the game. One other thing I can look at also, as far as models go, is the Ventu Sky model for tomorrow with the thunderstorms. Let's go to that first. Let's put this in thunderstorms here. Cape is basically non-existent. Lifted index. It's mainly offshore, so yeah, it just looks rather unlikely that we're going to see because because of the way this front is laid out. It's rather unlikely that we'll see any severe weather, but it could be some rain. It'll come down at times, so probably nothing severe. Let's go to the cloud cover and look at tomorrow here. And this is the HRRR, which I don't normally use for cloud cover, but I want to see because you can see there's some some stratocumulus again that we'll have to watch out for. We might see some of that again. Here's a big blob of it right there. That's how it would not be surprised. The HRRR actually did predict more clouds for Monday, and I just didn't look at it because I don't usually use that model for clouds, but I may have to because this model updates a little more. So we'll have to see what happens for tomorrow. Hopefully we can get a mostly sunny day tomorrow without too many clouds. I mean, there'll be some clouds. I don't think it'll be completely clear, but hopefully it won't be like we had on Monday because that was ridiculous and that really marred what was really a day I was really looking forward to doing a little more walking. But we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. I want to see some more of that fall color while we still can because I think by the end of next week it's going to look and feel a lot like winter. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.